Have you ever noticed in the workplace, in many organizations, and even small companies, that the promotion, the reward, the recognition usually comes to those who are able to speak fluently, confidently during meetings, and those who are able to volunteer for visible projects, not just projects that are obscure, but projects that we put them in the limelight, projects that will be able to save the company some funds, projects that will be able to make money for the company. And such people usually build relationship across teams beyond the teams that they belong to. And there are several other factors like that. It is just not coincidence. It still boils down on the point that we've been talking about, pattern recognition. The other regular guy who is very hardworking, who has the skill, he knows how to do the job, but he doesn't like attention. He doesn't want things that will put him at cross links with other people. He is the quiet type. Meanwhile, there are other people who can do all these things, but the relationship, the visibility doesn't come to them. It makes me remember one situation. It was in 1997 when I was doing my teaching practice. We were put in a school, and the first day that we got to the school, the principal called a meeting of all the student teachers who had come to do teaching practice in that school. And she was asking us some questions, and there were some matters of concern that she raised, but none of us was able to answer her until I raised my hand, and I was able to express myself confidently. And I even asked some questions that the principal was able to give answers to. Do you know, before the end of the meeting, without even asking, she said, "Okay, you are the student leader." And everybody kept quiet. And that was how she gave me that role, just because I was able to speak confidently during that meeting. The other one that I remember was when I was doing my NYSC in Meduguri. I actually served at Police Children's School, Meduguri. At that time, where the police command was giving us 2,000 naira as our alawi, as they usually called it. But we got to find out that in some other police commands in Nigeria, they were receiving 10,000 naira. So the corpers, we were able to meet together, and four of us were chosen to have a meeting with the commissioner of police. When we got there, everybody talked, but when it was my turn to talk, I used several things as examples. At that time, I was using only one shoe. So I removed that shoe and showed the commissioner that, look, this is the only shoe that I've been wearing since I came to this town. And having a raise from what we were given will help. And I'm giving my own example here, but there are other coppers who are facing other serious challenges. And because of that, the commissioner of police had a rethink. Although we were not given that 10,000 naira, but the decision she made, just because of how I was able to speak, benefited everybody. So, when you look at the world, generally, it recognizes patterns. The world does not recognize intentions. Many of us have good intentions, but our intentions are not good enough to bring the success that we need in our career, to bring the relationship that we need. Good intentions may not bring the money that you need in your pocket. But when you study how things move and play according to that rule, you play according to that pattern, usually the reward will come. because that is the way the world is made. In the next video, I will talk about how we can use pattern recognition to help our income. I'm still Temitope Afuwe. Meet you in the next video.